The physical world is available for our five senses. The inner world is not available for our five senses. Inner is the cause, outer is the effect. If we define ourselves as mind and body, that is false identity, and therefore we have no control. Beloved brothers and sisters, this is question and answer session again, and we have a question here. Is it true that the physical nature of the universe is receptive of the spiritual world, a realm of effects? If so, do we have control of our lives? Yeah. What to understand, there are three things. The physical world, that is the outer world, and then inner world, which is not physical. The physical world is available for our five senses. The inner world is not available for our five senses. The sense of sight, the sense of hearing, taste, smell, and feeling, touch. These are for the physical realm. But beyond that, still we have things, but the five senses cannot perceive them. And that is where causes are set. The causes are set beyond where the five senses can pick. And then it comes to manifest where the five senses can pick. So, the topic of cause and then effect. The inner world, the outer world. Inner is the cause, outer is the effect. The cause, which is the inner, is not perceived by the senses. The effect can be perceived by the senses. Beloved brother or sister, but when we talk of the spirit, because you use some word here, spiritual world. People use these words, spiritual world. We have the manifest world and the unmanifest world, but they are not, none of the two is spiritual. That is one thing which a lot of people are not aware of. Inner world, outer world, the two of them, they are not spiritual. Spirit is the source of these two things. So it's the third factor. And that is the origin. That is the source of everything. Now, is it true that the physical nature of the universe is receptive of the, instead of saying spiritual world, of the inner world? See, that is it. So, yes, it is true that these two are receptive. That is, they work together from one to the other. See, with respect to the plant, there is this medium, the earth, the soil. So the seed goes in there. Then there is this other medium, that is space, the earth and then space. So one is for the cause, the seed is in the earth, and then the other is where the effect. You see, the seed germinates into the space. So the same way we can say the physical world and then the inner world. Yes. If so, do we have control of our lives? If everything is being set in the inner world and is manifesting in the physical world, do we have control? It depends on how we define ourselves. When you say me or I or we, who are you? Now, if you define yourself as, that is what I call false identity. You define yourself as the physical body, as the mind, and so on. Then you have no control. But if you define yourself as spirit, then you get control. That is the thing we have to understand at this stage. If you say we have no control, it means we are defining ourselves as body and mind. If you say we have control, it means we are defining ourselves as spirit. Now, which of the two is real? When we define ourselves as spirit, that is real. So, ultimately, we have control. If we define ourselves as mind and body, that is false identity, and therefore we have no control. Everything from cause comes to be the effect, and once you are bonded to the lower frequencies, you have no control. When you are liberated from the bondage, you have control. If you become self-realized, you have control. If you are not self-realized and you are like a sleeping soul, you have no control. Your question is just like when you go to the beach. If you have two persons and they are there, one knows how to swim, the other doesn't know how to swim. If you ask the question whether human beings in the waves have control, it depends. If one doesn't know how to swim, he has no control. The waves will be tossing him or her left and right. But if the person knows how to swim, it's not like that. He has control. Big waves will be coming and he doesn't panic. He just has control. He knows how to swim with it. So that is how life is. A lot of things are affecting people. They have no control. But it's because the persons involved have false identity for themselves. If they change their false identity, then they become like the swimmer. Then they have control. So that is it, beloved. Thank you for this question.